Welcome back, everybody, as we look towards Veterans Day tomorrow. And of course, we celebrate that holiday today. We honor those who served and are serving our country. We also want to shine a spotlight on how veterans are impacted by their experiences after their service and, of course, how we can help them. To help us do that, let's bring in Ashley Shaffer, a licensed professional counselor and a clinical director of Renewed Light in West Deptford. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, Amanda. Thank you so much for having me.
You got it. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about Renewed Light and what you guys do.
So here at Renewed Light, we're an intensive outpatient program. So we provide group therapy, individual therapy, family therapy, couples therapy, and medication management for a variety of mental health disorders. But one of the biggest things that we do treat here is trauma. And that's why it's so important that we talk about that today and talk about that during Veterans Day.
Absolutely. And trauma is a really hard thing to speak about. It's something that a lot of people, let alone veterans, like to kind of push to the side. They don't want to admit that they need help or they need someone, but you guys are trying to stop the stigma on that.
So much so, especially for veterans, the bravest men and women of our country who protect and serve us. And this stigma, I really feel like, prevents them from feeling like they need help or to ask for help, and certainly to ask for help with emotions, feelings, thoughts, dreams, images. So I'm hoping today we can try and dispel that stigma.
Absolutely. So there's some shocking numbers out there, Ashley, and I want to talk about them a little bit. According to the Military Veterans Project, 22 veterans die by suicide every single day, and more women and men who served in the military actually die by suicide than by combat. Now that just in and of itself is very jarring and just awful. Generally speaking, without getting into too many specifics, how can we help change this?
I think it's such an important question to ask, and I think understanding the signs and understanding when someone needs help is really important. Some of those signs are, number one, hypervigilance. If you're noticing in one of the veterans or when people come back home that they're easily startled or they're on a heightened alert constantly, always scanning exits, scanning entrances for danger, or just an overall inability to relax, that lasting for a long time can be really impactful. Another thing to look out for are nightmares, flashbacks, a veteran re-experiencing their trauma. These can all be triggered by sights, sounds, smells that remind a veteran of something they've witnessed or something they've experienced themselves. And the last thing, and a really good way to help, is when you start noticing a veteran isolating, becoming depressed. It can be really exhausting to live in a constant state of hypervigilance or to have these distressing dreams and images. So eventually a veteran will try and isolate, disconnect from family and friends, and start becoming depressed, thinking that it will never get better and that this is their life.
So those are some really helpful things for people just to know what to look out for. And once they do that, if they see, hey, this person in my life, I know that they're a veteran, they're starting to show some of these signs, then what do? How can they get involved to get this person help?
So I think the most important thing to address is when you need immediate help. If someone is thinking that life isn't worth living or that it would be better for my family and friends if I weren't here, then you want to call a crisis number. You can call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. It's 988. Or you can text. Some people don't like calling. You can text 741-741. But if this isn't a crisis situation, then my biggest suggestion is to get help. Find a program, find a therapist that specializes in trauma. You can do that by calling the behavioral health number on the back of your insurance card, or by calling us here at Renewed Light, where even if we're not the people to help you, we will point you in the direction of someone who can.
And Ashley, those numbers that you were talking about for the suicide prevention hotline are on the bottom of viewer screens right now, so you guys can see that number. Those numbers are really easy to remember if you ever need them just on a whim. 988 or text 741-741. So Ashley, if people want more information about you, your business, how do people find you guys?
Great question. So you can call us. You can call us at 866-485-0905. You can also visit our website at renewedlightmh.com, or you can find us on all social media platforms.
Perfect. Ashley Shaffer from Renewed Light in West Deptford, thank you so much for being here with us this morning on such an important topic, and we will be right back.